one thing that I just want to ask you now, Sharthok, we've already spoken, of course, about data security. We've also spoken about the importance of the human touch with anything where human beings are involved, and of course, where AI is involved.
Yeah.
Be that as it may, are there any other challenges that you foresee people might face in making the shift to new systems, and how do you think they can be overcome?
So, should I answer the question on the screen, like traditional to AI systems, the challenges which
Yes, yeah. Current to AI, traditional to AI, current AI to new kind of AI, whatever, however you may want to approach it.
yeah. The first thing is, I think it's a very human challenge where there is a degree of resistance when it comes from the leadership, right? There is a degree of resistance to change in general. So that's something which we are seeing. And bear in mind again that most platforms are right now GPT powered, unless it's a deep tech platform that we are typically talking about. But like I think Abhash mentioned in the chat, and that was on my mind, that there are definitely biases in the training models of AI engines, and we are all very aware of that, right? So the challenge in terms of resistance is, let's say, I'll give you a very simple example. Since the technology is evolving, let's say the AI does not give a very good response to what sort of a goal I should be having as a customer success manager, right? Is that a failure of the AI? If there is sort of less leadership buy-in, these sort of similar small things are being highlighted as AI failures. It's really not. It's how you give the prompt, and it depends on a couple of more factors, right? So the challenge is essentially, how do we look at AI, right? Is it supposed to do all of our work? That's not how I view AI, not at all. Just it's similar to how if I use a platform today, and I use, like all of us, I use multiple platforms. Should it do all of my work? There is no way that happens. It can automate a lot of my work. It can make my life simpler. But at the end of the day, it needs input from me. It needs intent from me, right? So the base level challenge is, how should people view AI systems? Once again, they are not silver bullets. They are not here to solve everything that you can throw at them. They are definitely here to make your life easier. That's one big challenge. How can that be overcome? That depends on the sort of communication that goes out from whichever function is implementing AI, in this case, human resources, right? So the typical communication architecture of getting leaders to talk about it, how should we be using the platform, the expectations from the platform, and continuously, reiterating it. So that's the way it needs to be overcome. And of course, highlighting success stories, right? That, hey, this is one team which made great use of AI. This is, and how they made great use of AI, right? And secondly, what you might also find very counterintuitively, one challenge which we found is that a lot of HR teams. So what's intuitive is that you would think that teams would want to rise up in the level of maturity, right? That, hey, today I'm doing, let's say, HR1. How can I move up to HR 2.0 and 3.0 and so on? A lot of teams, or quite a few teams, they get so engrossed into doing the HR 1.0, which might be running the processes manually, which might be, doing all of the stuff which I was mentioning, which is natural when you start a company. When the teams are small, it's natural to do that. But a lot of teams, they get so engrossed in that the move to 2.0 sort of makes us as HR teams feel like that, hey, are we becoming obsolete? Is AI sort of eating into my role? It's not. And that's the importance of, the HR leadership to sort of identify and communicate to their own teams that it's not really eating into your roles. You're just getting free of more manual, more repetitive, more automated tasks. So two challenges which I found, one from a user level, one from an HR team level.
Very comprehensive and beautifully put, Sharthok. Thank you so much for that. If anybody has any other questions, please feel free to put them in the chat box.